Okay, for this job we have a number of items. We've got some Acrosol solvent. We have a polyurethane caulking. You don't want to use silicone. We've got a little coat hanger to pierce the tube of caulking because we're going to be cutting a really small hole on the nozzle. Of course, a knife, caulking gun. Alright, time to get rid of our Macgyver patch job here. That chewing gum's been on for about 3 weeks now. Of course it's a little sticky, but that was the point at the time. Sour Patch Kids smell. Can't really smell it actually. Still pretty sticky though. Putty knife's doing a pretty good job of getting the residue off the fiberglass. Putty knife comes in really handy because it's not obviously it's not metal, so it's not scratching the fiberglass. One thing I'm noticing on this side is the caulking's coming off fairly readily, but it's a little on there's a little moist on this side, and it wasn't up here. It was pretty much all dry, so I think I'm guessing that on this side there must have been a little break in the caulking. Really just a matter of elbow grease on this side here. So this putty knife will get most of this off. I can dig in on there, and then basically I'm going to get some solvent and give it a shot in a second. That paint solvent has really loosened it up. Look at that, eh? That's really making a big difference. Okay, so we're going to cut a really tiny amount off the tip here. We just want a small bead. So a screwdriver is not going to fit in. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use a piece of there we go. Coat hanger, of course, is the word I was looking for. Okay, well, I'm just cleaning up after re-caulking the windows around our 1975 Trillium. A few points to remember: make sure you scrape off the old caulking right down to the fiberglass. I used a solvent that helped a little bit, but basically that plastic putty knife probably did 95% of the work. So elbow grease and little bit of solvent in the end is very helpful. Listen to the guy at the store when he said cut a really small amount of the cap off the caulking tube. Really, you put in the smallest bead you can get on there. Try to keep it nice and steady when you apply it. And then what I did is I put a bit of solvent in the cup of the lid and dipped my finger in there so it was moist. And before the caulking would get dry, just dip it and then run my finger around along the bead. Well, if you remember from the last video, this here was the spot that was leaking, and both the chewing gum Macgyver patch worked, and the new polyurethane job looks like it's holding up as well to a pretty strong storm. So.